What's up, YouTube? So have you stuck to your New Year's resolutions, or have you jumped ship? Or was that even a ship you were on to begin with? It's often the case that people find it extremely difficult, especially early on, not only sticking to New Year's resolutions, but just trying to make a change in their life to better themselves. And I mean, that's kind of the whole point of making resolutions. It's all about enhancing your quality of life. I mean, that's specifically why I make the changes I make and try to stick to them at the beginning or just before the beginning of the new year. And like I've said before, I write these changes down. Some are subtle, some are very nuanced, some are extremely large in scope. They'll take a long time to fulfill or complete. And a lot of them are long term. I mean, a lot of them I hope I never veer off the track of ever again. And one of those specifically I wanted to discuss today, it has to do with diet, of course. That was the video I'd initially made. First video of this year, actually, how to stick to your dietary changes if you are trying to go down that path and make changes for your health. Now, I'm always trying to enhance / perfect my diet, because I think diet is something that it takes a great toll on us, whether you admit to it or not. I mean, when you're not eating certain foods, you're not imbibing certain drinks, you're going to feel better, period. You're just going to feel more at ease in a more natural state because you don't have something like sugar poisoning your brain, or, excess carbs causing you to feel lethargic. All these subtle changes, these subtle, fixes, you could say. These are like fine tuning alterations to your body that take great effect in your waking life. And, one thing I wanted to point out specifically here was that I've made a very tremendous effort to cut sugar out, like nearly completely. I know everything's got sugar in it. You eat a slice of bread, you're ingesting carbs, they break down into sugar. But at the same time, like cutting out all the junk food. I mean, I'm a fan of chocolate. I love chocolate, but it hasn't been too difficult to walk away from it. And the reason why is I've often read, people have often noted how being on a sugar deficit for a prolonged period has really contributed to an enhanced clarity of mind. And I can seriously attest to that. That is like, you can't know it till you experience it. It's kind of ridiculous. And that kind of clarity has come in a very specific way. It's, the lethargy is virtually eradicated, and the focus is like 10 times more than it could be if you were consuming excess sugar. I mean, it's easy to read about. I'm sure everybody knows this. This is something so obvious, but it's not something commonly experienced. It's easy for me to focus on a task and not get distracted, even distracted by thoughts that arise out of the ether. I mean, as crazy as that sounds, the change, again, the change in the quality of life is so immediate and apparent. And it's just from having abandoned excess sugar. Now, again, even cutting away the sugar is something easier said than done, because, you're going to have cravings. And I could say, the cravings, my personal approach is to cut things cold turkey. I find that works wonders for me personally. It might not be the case for everyone. In some cases, for some people, it could be dangerous. But if you're in the right health condition to be able to make a change like that, I can't recommend it enough. I think you will see the results, and it'll be like a day versus night experience. Just, it's that drastic. So yeah, definitely recommend making a change in that regard. And alongside cutting sugar, I have found that, again, due to the lack of fatigue and excess feeling of, not focusing or not sticking to, a game plan for the day. It's not often the case, but I found, last year I'd had some really just strange days where the focus was seriously lacking and the drive was kind of lacking at times. But now it's like I have a plan, and getting to it it's time to go to the gym. It's time to walk. It's time to exercise. It happens immediately. I look forward to just getting off the seat, getting off this chair at my workstation here, and getting down to business when it comes to, the body, exercise. It's never been an issue for me not going to the gym. I love working out. Fitness is part of my lifestyle. Training, exercising, lifting weights, it's all glorious. But it just gets easier. It becomes easier to do when you are taking that much better care of your health, your body. Weight loss is also on my list of goals. And so far, I've lost 3 pounds. And I've done that, again, without even thinking about it. Though I will admit, I have experimented with fasting. I've been fasting at least a full day once a week. And for a lot of people, it might be dangerous. It might be too extreme. I've become very comfortable with the feeling. And so I think it's something I'm going to keep up until I at least hit my target for what I want my overall weight to be. But I feel that, again, everybody's different. Everybody's got a different body, and you have to know what works for you. You've got to really pay attention to the way you feel. That's critical. That's number one. If I haven't taken on a multi-day fast, like a multi-day water fast. I don't know if that would be something wise for me to do because of how active I am. But for now, the 1 day water fast, it works. It's good. So I'd recommend all of you out there to pay more attention to the way your body feels, what it's telling you. And you can make these changes and you can kind of push the envelope a little bit. You can raise the bar depending on what your body's capable of. Earlier last year, I ran a half a marathon on a whim, but 6 months prior to that, I'd been training, doing 10K runs, often 5K about twice a week. So there was preparation behind that. But I wanted to really see what I could do, and I saw what I could do. And I also realized the toll that it takes, to do something like a half marathon. Doing something like a full marathon is an extreme test against anybody's body, no matter how conditioned they are. So, just be careful, always be mindful. Being mindful is critical. And, I guess the real takeaway from this video, I hope for everyone, is that you realize that the more attention you pay to yourself in all the right ways, not egotistical ways or in ways of vanity, but focusing on, again, how you feel so you can improve your daily quality of life. And when each of us has a better quality of life, we live better, we live smarter, we live wiser, and we can interact more peacefully with each other. And I think that is something we could all use at this point in time. Anyways, friends, you guys have a fantastic one. I will catch you in another video. Stay smart, take care, be well, and I'll see you. Peace.